When you look at a modern Jeep, it's surprising how similar they are, considering that they're, 60 years newer.
Compare this 1947 Jeep to a modern 2013 Wrangler, and they certainly do look similar. Well, when you have a good thing, why try to alter it? That's probably why Jim has kept his 47 Jeep original.
To me, my sole thing with this was to keep this in stock condition. And there's lots of new parts on it, but the basic vehicle, the engine, the frame, all the rest of it is all original. The color was a little bit different when I was a kid. It was kind of a brown color. I thought this was a nice sort of a 40s period color. I see all these people that take these lovely old cars and put the wrong motor, in my opinion, the wrong motor in and things like that. I like original.
When you see a Jeep, you think Army. Back in 1941, during the midst of World War II, Jeeps like this were created for the U.S. Army.
And the original design of the Jeep was a contest, I guess you'd call it. The United States Army wanted a military vehicle in the late 1930s. A couple of companies bid on it, and the Willys company got the contract. Willis had this motor that was, the nickname for this motor was called Go Devil, okay, because it would go like the devil. The company basically started with this motor because it was a very durable and sound design, and then just blew them up until they fixed everything that needed to be fixed on them.
The durable motor is the Jeep's shining feature, as the rest of its inner workings were rather basic.
But it only has 60 horsepower, so it's a very inefficient motor. Flat head, cylinder head, that sort of thing. It doesn't have very much power. The brakes are marginal. The standard transmission has no synchronizers in it, so you're grinding gears all the time. So it's a different kind of experience driving, that's for sure.
Jim says driving his 1947 Jeep is probably how motorcyclists feel on the road, always on edge.
I think the national speed limit in the 1940s was like 40 miles an hour. And at 40 miles an hour, it really drives very nice. So, but if you get out on the highway, it'll do 55 or 60 miles an hour, so almost 100 kph. It's at the absolute limit. The term pedal to the metal is exactly right. You're absolutely floored.
And back in the 50s, Jeeps didn't even have seat belts. But safety wasn't much of a concern then, neither was age of driving. Jim Ballard learned to drive this exact Jeep at 10 years old.
We had a summer cottage on Lake Erie, and my dad bought it in 1953 to haul our boat in and out with. And so that's how so it's been in my family for 60 years. I just grew up with it, and I made up my mind that I was going to restore it.
Jim hopes to keep the Jeep in his family to continue the legacy. In Nanaimo, I'm Ray on the Plant.